This field, so many people I know would love to be in it. You know, it looks so glamorous and fun from the outside. What's the reality of it?
It's certainly not all glamour and fun. It's a great sideline seat.
Yeah.
You know, I'm right there in the action for every play. Got to be heads up on the football field for sure. You never know when they're coming in your direction. But I think you know, the hard parts of it are the time commitment, and that can be a 24/7 thing depending on a phone call here or a consultation there. You know, talking to docs back and forth. The enjoyment of it for me is taking an athlete, say you get hurt, taking you through the process from what is it, what do we need to do to help you get better, and then putting you back on the field and watching you succeed. There's a couple of instances where guys struggled to get through practice the whole week after getting hurt in a game, and you know, one of those guys scores 2 touchdowns to beat a team we haven't beaten in a very long time. And you go home, you're driving home afterwards, you're going, I had a part in that. Yeah. So the fulfillment and the excitement of that is there. And that to me, I guess, fits that glamour point. It just makes me feel pretty good about doing what I do.
What's your background with sports?
So I played all sorts of sports growing up, but I went to college in West Virginia at a small D2 school, and I played soccer for 2 years while I was there. Spent a bunch of time there. In the training room, out of the training room, so kind of felt like this was a really good profession for me, wanted to be around athletics.
How much of being an athletic trainer is conditioning, getting someone to their peak ability? How much is it reacting to an injury or prevention?
Prevention is a great word. It's probably the number one domain that we actually work within. We want to try to prevent before we have to worry about actually running onto the court or the field and taking care of somebody. So it's a lot of assessment ahead of time. Getting a background on them is important, and that's that trust aspect that the athletes have to get. And you're getting an 18-year-old kid who's away from home for the first time in this setting. That's a little different, and they're not sure if they can trust you yet or how you're going to take care of them. Yeah. So you're building that relationship, and then 4 years later they graduate, and they still call you after 3 years after they graduate for, hey, I've got a hangnail. What do I do? Because you were always there for them. So I still get some of those phone calls, which is actually kind of fun to get and you catch up with those guys.
So how much do you have to know about the hamstring is connected to the knee? I don't know what it's connected to, but
it connects by the knee, sure.
Okay.
It's knowing where they start, where they stop for every muscle. I can remember a class in undergrad that was that test was nothing more than, here's the muscle, where does it start, where does it finish, and how does it move? And you just go through the cycle and continue to think about, okay, how's that work? And you'd watch us, we'd be in class and you see us, how's that work? Okay, how's my knee bending? What's moving right now? And it's funny because you would literally stand up and someone would do it and be like, oh, they got it right. Okay, we're on to this.
I would have to imagine, so many hours, so much work goes into this that at the end of the day, I guess game day and then graduation day, there are big rewards.
There are. This is using the football team here as an example right now. We were 1-10 a year ago. We finished 5-6 this year. It was an amazing feel to be a part of a team that kind of was learning how to win again and learning how to be a part of that atmosphere with a chance to. We finished 5-6 and we were this close to being 6-5. We lost by 1 in the last minute of play. So it's still kind of fresh for some of us. But you're a part of that. What we do here, and I'm fortunate that I have a coaching staff who includes what I do for his team and for those guys. We're family. It's my second home. I spend a lot of time here, and so they treat me as part of that. And there's that mutual respect from coaches, from the athletes, from me to them. And I think that's what makes it work. Honestly, if you didn't have that, it would feel like a job, and this doesn't, to me, too often feel like a job. It's almost like a pastime. You get to kind of come to work, have a good time, throw a football around every now and then, do a rehab here, tape guys. I don't love feet, but they're always around. You just get used to it and you deal with it, So it's just, for me, it's been fun. It's stayed fun so far.